Archana. And what do you want to talk about? You have a decision you need to make or something you're exploring? You want to get some more insight about? Something that you're feel a little like mixed about? You want some clarity?
I do want to get, I have been wondering if I should start something on my own.
Okay.
If I should explore entrepreneurial prospects.
Okay.
I've been wondering.
Okay. And do you have specific things you're thinking about? Or is it more of a general inquiry?
No, I'm an HR practitioner, and I enjoy working in organizational development and human resource consulting. I am wondering if I should venture out and probably start taking a freelance route, become my own boss, so that I can choose my own projects, things that make me happy, because I hit boredom very soon. And routine is not something it bores me, just bores me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You manifesting generator?
Pure generator.
Pure generator. Okay. Well, of course, now I want to look at her chart, right? But we're just going to really focus for the purposes of this particular exercise. Okay. Because there's always so much I want to look at in a chart when somebody brings up something like that, but it's okay. So, all right. So I'm just going to start out, and this is one of the things I would recommend when you guys practice this with each other, or do it with yourself, is to try to just start with some things that are kind of mundane, because you want to try to just get a sense, what does that sacral feel like before you go into something where it's murky, it's not clear, you're not sure. And especially if there's any like charge involved, right? I would imagine you probably have some charge around that decision, right? You've got some energy about it. It's like, it sounds like you're feeling a little trapped, maybe. Is that right?
It's more like I have not found happiness yet in the work I do. I find glimpses of happiness, and I'm wondering if I can make it more predominant in my life.
Okay. All right. So let's move to, I'm going to ask you sacral questions, and I want you just to respond with mm-hmm or mm-mm. Okay. Now, if your body wants to do something, that's fine too. But notice if you want to start responding with words. All right. So, did you have breakfast today? And do you always, or do you generally not have breakfast? And are you looking forward to your evening today? Yeah. And are you wearing a blue shirt? Unless it's blue on my screen. Yeah. And you've been working in HR? And are there some things that you enjoy about working in HR? And are there some things you don't enjoy about working in HR? And if you needed to work in this job that you're doing right now, the rest of your life, would you be happy? So would it be right to say that you're interested in a change, but you're not sure what it is yet? And is it true that you're wanting to bring more happiness into your life? And is it possible for you to bring more happiness into your life while you're still in the job you're in right now? It kind of popped into your head. Did you see that? Yeah. So that's fine. But did you notice that did it feel different in your body when I said that? When you responded that way?
I looked up for some reason.
Did it feel any different in your body? See if you can pay attention to that, to notice. Okay. Because it may or may not have really interfered, but I don't know yet because we're just exploring. So we don't really know yet. Okay. So it sounds like you've been curious about potentially going out on your own, doing something more entrepreneurial, maybe being a consultant or having your own business. Is that true? And when you think about that, does that excite you?
Mm-hmm.
When you think about that, does it scare you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And have you always worked for somebody else in the past? Mm-hmm. So if you were to go out on your own, this would be a new adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Something new for you. Mm-hmm. Okay. And have you ever done anything entrepreneurial at all before, even if it wasn't your main thing?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this is a brand new possibility for you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And would it be in your highest good to explore doing something on your own?
Mm-hmm.
And do you currently have an idea about what that might be?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And are you ready at this moment in your life to start digging into what that new possibility might be?
No answer. I don't know.
Okay. So good. So sometimes when there's no answer, it either means you don't have enough information yet, or it's not the right time. So just know that everybody is sometimes the sacral is quiet, and you want to be able to relax when the sacral is quiet. Don't try to force something to come if it's not coming. Just be like, oh, okay, yeah, so maybe it's not the right time, or maybe I don't have the right information. And also I could try asking a different question. So do you have the energy right now to explore doing something different outside of your course of work? Do you have the energy to look into something new? Mm-mm. So maybe now is not, would it be right to say, because so a minute ago there was a for looking at doing something new, but we also just got you don't have energy for it. So would it be right to say that at some point in the future, without knowing when exactly at this moment, it would be good for you to explore doing something new outside of your job? Okay. But in this moment is not the right moment yet to get started with that. Yeah, it's not, just looking at you, it looks like your mind wants to say yes and your body is a no. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I'm not getting a resounding yes. No.
Yeah, right. And I hope you guys can get a sense of that, right? Because you can see there's a kind of little internal debate going on inside of her. And part of her mind is like, yeah, but I want to. But we could do this. We can do that. What about, ooh, this is exciting. And your body's going, don't have energy for it. So this is one of the things that your sacral can really protect you from, is from diving into things that your mind thinks is a good idea when you don't have energy for it. So let's just ask this, because we're out of our time for now, but let me just do a couple other things. So at some point in the future, would it be right for you to be looking into this in the next year without knowing exactly when? Within the next year, would that feel right? You're in your head. See if you get back down in your body.
Don't know. Okay. So here's the thing. Could you feel the difference between the different types of responses you were getting? Ones that were more mental, one that was more clear, the sacral. Okay. Yeah. And then did you notice when we started to get into an area where there is not a complete agreement between that inner guidance and your mind, that things got more difficult to get a sense of? So that's okay. What I would suggest is we just did this one little exercise, right? You know, that booklet that I have and that Sacral Skills Lab toolkit that I'll put together would be helpful, because it'll give you different ways of changing your energy. And it could also be, you know, here you're doing this in front of a bunch of people and you might feel a little nervous. I mean, you know, that would be normal. So but it sounds like, yeah, it could be a good thing. That let's just confirm this. See if your sacral will confirm this. Is that yes, at some point in the future, you don't know exactly when, it would be worth it for you, when you have the energy for it, to explore doing something new. Okay. So one of the things I would just say to you is keep checking in to say, do I have the energy for this now? Do I have the energy for this now? Because it's the thing your mind will never be able to tell you. I noticed whenever I didn't have a clear, immediate yes or no, my mind is trying to rationalize something. It's trying to think about reasons to say yes or no.
Exactly. And it will continue to do that. So over time, the mind will become less noisy, right? But for a while, it's still going to do that. But the main thing, and which is what you did, and you did it well, which is to notice, oh, wow, now my mind all of a sudden has a lot of opinions, right? But creating that, differentiating between the part of you that's tuning into your sacral and the part of you that you want to be in charge, which is really your inner being, right? And the mind that has a lot of ideas and has a lot of great things to offer, but it's not what we're looking for here. And being able to make that distinction, because a lot of times people fall into their minds and they think that's who they are, but it's not actually. It's an aspect. Okay, helpful?
Thank you. Yes, very.
Okay, good.